established galleries like Linda Ferris, Greg Casera, Traver Sutton. A lot of them were very seminal at the time, and nobody else would have given them a chance. It wasn't within their price structure or their clientele to do that at that time.
And I remember Anne buying a piece that she may not even remember, but for us it was a fairly substantial sale, and the fact that it was by a collector of Anne's stature really added a lot of credibility to the gallery, and it wasn't long before other more established collectors were buying work from us.
What we were doing was absolutely as important as a show of a major Seattle artist who was of the group that had come from Seattle. I'll use a name here, as a Toby, as such. It was all as important. And so we were always able, through Anne, to cross through any kind of the barriers that might have existed, which most of us were very, very interested in crossing then, both in artistic realms, and particularly media at the time. She was one of the first to understand the strength of what video was going to do, was terribly interested in documentation, totally accepted the idea that a piece of art would be a documented work, that she didn't have to have the work sitting in her living room, that it existed from a photograph or from someone telling her that there had been something done in the desert. She totally accepted that kind of thing, and probably would go see it at some time or another too, where it may not even have to have been seen. She probably would have seen it. But at no time did she cease seeing a show of Japanese art that might be a part of the cultural fabric of the city, or any of these kind of things. As I say, she was possibly the bridge, but she saw no gap to bridge. And I think that's one of the most fascinating things about her.
She had a lot to do with this exhibit that was called 557,087, which was named so because that was the population of Seattle in the previous census, and she had a lot of impact on what went on. If for no other reason than that particular show, the conceptual art exhibit, because it was kind of introducing a totally new thing. These days, there's everybody thinks they got to do something new every 3 weeks, and so there's always something new going on. But that was really out there.
557087 was a complete dud, except that every day 2 or 3 young people called me to say thanks. And the art in public now is a natural result of 557087 in conceptual art.
Anne, can you tell us a little bit about the Anne Gerber Fund, which is at the Seattle Art Museum, and what it's for?
2 people originated the idea. That was Helen Gurvich and Park Sanderson. And they nagged the museum for 1.5 to 2 years until finally they did it.
You might explain a little bit about how it's supposed to work. The endowment will give interest, and that money will be spent on a certain kind of art, right?
The interest of the money was to be spent for a project every other year of the kind of art, again, that the museum wouldn't buy.
So it's basically about avant-garde contemporary art, hopefully with a conceptual bent to it.
Yes, yes. And as long as I live, I'll be a member of the committee. It's important, seems important to me, to go ahead in the mainstream of art instead of keep emphasizing periods that are over, that are on the way down. I like to watch for the art that's discovering itself.
quite elegant.
Oh, that black one, isn't that a
Yeah.
beauty?
It's almost like a mirror image of Mount Rainier,
Yeah.
which is not visible today.
Try for fit.
They're actually quite comfortable.
Oh,
Not too shabby.
all we need is a bagel and a hunk of lox.
Once, there was a beautiful princess who lived alone in the palace of her father, the king. She had no friends. She spent her days reading. Often, she stood at the window and watched the river below. Sometimes on the river, she saw a
Yeah, I've been sending him all the releases. I hope you have. You know what? Let me give you this latest one. I only did this yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
God, last minute. I don't know.
And there's the daddy one, Mama. There's the daddy one, Mama. There's the daddy one. Son, go that way. Mama.
We will wait. It's our turn next.
There's the let him pull.
Stay by the porch. What's her name? It's an endless array. How was the howdy gal? Look, you're on camera, Will. I would think they would be when they're behind the scenes. I haven't been back there anymore. Oh, little huge, they're very devoted. Come on. These keepers are real suckers.
We can go outside and if you want, there's a viewpoint from right out there.
Okay.
Getting some recording here. Getting this new baby gorilla and her mother. So, give me a call. I got my daughter's birthday today, so I'm going to be taking her to dinner. But, I'll be back around. Call me up. Okay. All right, bye-bye.
we are the Market Foundation Orchestra. Rod Beckman on bass, Reggie Miles on percussion and everything. My name is Jim Hines. Stick around, you're gonna have some fun. We get to do another one. Thank you. All right. All right, this is a cover tune from our new album. It's called Freedom Road, and I can't think of any place where I've seen so much freedom than the Pike Place Market. Market is good to me in town. Put away your worries while the freedom cruise around. I wrote this little ditty in the hopes to sing a song and send you toe to tapping all night long. Just open up your mind and knock down the wall. Take the phone off the hook, forget about your calls. Let yourself take a break from your day-to-day overburden heavy load. Loosen up your tie and roll up your cuffs. We're gonna get down to business, sure enough, as we're standing side by side, walking hand in hand, moving up and down Freedom Road. There's no need for alarm, you won't be late. Set yourself free, don't even hesitate. Hang up your stress, let down your hair, get a feel of freedom in the air. And then take a walk and feel what it's like to be free. You're never too old for constitutional equality and never too young to reap the harvest. It's already been sown and grown. So tell it to the neighbors and mobilize the troops. Get it on the evening news, shout it from the roofs. We're standing side by side, walking hand in hand, moving up and down Freedom Road. So hey, mother, brother, father, daughter, sister, son, teacher, preacher, butcher, baker, why not just everyone consider this your lucky day? Just struck the mother of the mother lode. So when you rise up singing, you hear liberty's voice. Satisfaction guaranteed, exercise your choice to go standing side by side, walking hand in hand, moving up and down Freedom Road. Cause when you rise up singing, you hear liberty's voice. Satisfaction guaranteed, exercise your choice to go standing side by side, walking hand in hand, moving up and down Freedom Road. To go standing side by side, walking hand in hand, moving up and down Freedom Road. To go standing, to go walking, to go moving on Freedom Road. Thank you very much.
welcome to the Pike Place Market celebration. My name is Steve Rabel with Channel 7, Cairo TV News. I'll be your MC today. I think back, it was 20 years ago this month that I first set foot in this city, and one of the first places I set foot was the Pike Place Market. It was almost a celebration then for me to come to the Northwest. I've made it my home, as many of you have, and now we're here celebrating a real institution, a monument to our cultural diversity and a monument to our community, our working together here in the Northwest. On May 16th, 1971, the Friends of the Market began their public initiative campaign to save the Pike Place Market from the urban renewal wrecking ball. 25 years later, the Pike Place Market and the Friends of the Market are celebrating this very special anniversary with a toast to the market. I'll tell you all about that in just a couple of minutes. First of all, let me introduce the people who are with us here on stage, some of whom will be regaling us with memories of 25 years here at the market, some of whom will be running for elective office. Nonetheless, we will introduce them all to you. First of all, Peter Steinberg.